Hi, I'm Stuart and welcome to SIRENNET Television. The gang over at StarCar have been working on a 2020 Ford Interceptor Utility. It's been built for an agency here in the Pacific Northwest. The vehicle itself is going to be used as a patrol vehicle, so it's been set up accordingly. So we're going to go from here at SIRENNET Television across the gang at StarCar and see what they're up to. And when we're finished filming inside, we'll be going over to Chris on the outside and he'll wrap it up. So from here, let's go to StarCar right now.
Yeah, I came to check out the new car. You did a good job. Yeah, you did. Will you go show me? All right, let's go. Come on. Are you waiting for Doug? Okay, cool. We'll catch up. Well, it might be a bit of a dismal day here in the Pacific Northwest. After all, we have had a lot of wildfires going on. Hence the face mask, just keeping myself nice and healthy. And pardon the noise, there is some background action going on as the next door neighbors are doing some yard cleaning. But here we have a 2020 Ford Utility, and it is a shining example of what happens when the guys at StarCars get their hands on it, a collection of premium products, and a terrifically done transformation. Wheelin' and a Liberty 2 Duo light bar, nicely done across the roof. It's a 48-inch with adjustable mounting feet. Now the Duo comes in on the rear as amber for a traffic advisor and white on the front for illumination. Now this is the Wheelin' Mirror Beam Kit with the surface mount ions, an add-on for the Ford Utility. So this is a kit we can help you with. It's not a ready for the road feature. Unity spotlight. What police car would be perfect without one? Insert with a 2-degree par 46. Headlights, Wheelin' and a Vertex flashing away very nicely. And to get that in there, a twist lock feature has been added onto it. So part numbers, check them out on the website. What do we have going on here? Well, Satina and a PB400 for some front end protection, but a great way to accessorize the vehicle. A pair of SA315Ps on the front, so that means 200 watts of unobstructed siren output. And when I mean unobstructed, they're not behind the grille, they're not behind the front bumper. On the sides, some sound off action with a dual color surface mount intersector. So a great way to have that red and blue pop up on the front. With this not having an option of a LED replacement component here, so you may see some of these with a red and blue option, and that's from Ford. But what we have done is the Whelen T-Series light heads. They made a perfect mounting right onto this piece here, so very nicely done by Travis. Flashing, very nicely done, red driver, blue over on the passenger side. And up on the front end, to give a nice powerful wig-wag to complement the flashing takedowns in the bar, these are the Whelen Nano 6 in the black housing. So very nice when it comes to just the whole complementing aspect of these products. With these, steady burn for lighting up the front end separate from the takedowns in the bar. But the flashing, this car has a Whelen Syncom carbide. So that's what's taking care of flash patterns and functionality. So that ties those guys in. Let's take a look at the back. So through the side third windows, that is an Avenger 2 flashing away, classic red and blue. Both sides are matching. Now when it comes to the back end of the utility, we have a really nice product that is specifically for the 2020 model. So this is a product that features a pair of brackets, ties in the ions, and in this example, we have taken advantage of Duo. When the controller is in position 1, 2, or 3, they are going to be flashing in red and blue. The secondary color is white. I'll show that to you in a moment, but on the controller, an independent button, all 6 switch over for rear floodlighting. Speaking of white to the back of the vehicle, Whelen Vertex, very nicely installed by Star Cars. So there are differences on these when it comes to the taillight dynamic versus the headlight. Headlight, you can use the twist lock hideaway. In the taillight, you cannot do that. So just keep in mind when it comes to that installation aspect. So very nicely done with the lighting. Red and blue up top with the Liberty Bar or amber and TA. The nice dynamic of the flashing of the ions. And again, the Vertexes as well. Few modifications in the back. We'll start off with the Vertexes that have been added. So in the lighting, and that's on the back of the hatch, and this goes up, blocking out the light bar, taking away the red and blue ions. This is a nice way to supplement that. Over here on the driver's side, a Whelen 3-inch round compartment light has been added. So a nice complement to the factory compartment light over on the passenger side. Up here on the back and the bottom of the hatch, sound off signal and a dual tone compartment light. So white and red selectability. But back here, this is a really nice feature that's been added. So the factory cargo floor, the plastic element, that's been taken away and replaced. So lift this up. Boom, plenty of quick access. So this is the power distribution and siren amplification aspect of this vehicle. So here is a DNR electronic system that Star Car adds, tying in all the wiring and powering aspects. Then Syncom carbide, the main amplifier, an expansion module, and dual tone siren amplification. Very nice. Way to go, Star Cars, with making some scary wiring look absolutely amazing. Let's turn these over to the Duo. On the controller, scene light rear, and a very, very nice enhancement. So a nice, perfect amount of white. For the command center, Havas and a nice center console. Perfect for the 2020 utility. It's designed just for it. On this side of the system, a computer mounting assembly. So it starts with the floor plate, lower pole, upper pole, motion attachment, and 2-piece for your computer monitor and the keyboard. So when it's behind the front seats, that is a shining example of a transportation system from Satina. Let's check that out now. The Satina manufacturing touches consist of a rear transport seat with rear partition element, polycarbonate window, and side protection panels. The front partition is what we refer to as the recessed panel. So that is this component here, allowing for more length in the front area. On this, it's an XL, so you'll notice that the partition itself actually has a kick-in on the passenger side versus a flatter panel on the driver's side. So this is a particular design feature of this transport system. Front window, that's the option that's been picked for this vehicle. Now when it comes to the doors, this is not a Satina door panel. This is the Ford factory element. But Satina and their assistance with the polycarbonate window panel closes out that dynamic on the doors. I'm going to show you now how the front flood lighting works. First press to the takedown. Second press to the takedown. So that is the high intensities in the overhead Liberty 2 bar and the Nano 6s centered on the front push bar. Let's bring the light bar in further. Front scene lighting to the inboard modules. Scene lighting now in the corners as well. Back to off and off. Through the carbide system and the OBD2 CAN port option, driver door and passenger door deactivation of the corner modules. Back to flashing. Again, when the door is open, deactivation automatically. So a nice way for carbide to add officer safety to the dynamic of the vehicle. Another great function through the carbide system is a park input trigger. And we're in drive gear, now in park. So you will notice that the system automatically switches over from flashing to a steady flash format. Right now the corners and the alley light are on, but again, that door trigger element is always consistently tied in. Deactivation of the alley and the corner modules, door goes back on they go. And it's the same thing on the passenger side of the vehicle. So a wonderfully equipped example of a 2020 utility. The guys at Star Cars, like I said, a terrific buffet of products, all brought to you by us at SIRENNET Television. I'm Chris, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.